Hey friends, how's it going? Hammer coming back at you. And yes, once again, it is a snooze review, baby. Yeah! Hey, this time I'm giving a shout out to Ellis Nielsen. He contacted me and wanted to know if I would do a review on Ettan Loose. Yes, sir. Ettan, baby. Now, let's start out as usual, I think, with the packaging, shall we? Now, the top is just your standard Swedish Match logo. We come around here to the side label, and we're going to start at right at where the barcode used to be. All right, we're going to swing around. Ettan, baby. Look at that. It's kind of a classic lettering, which I kind of like. It's kind of a classic block lettering. Loss, and across the top here you have Ettan loss repeated again and again and again until you get back to the barcode. Now, I got this stuff actually a few days ago, last week. And it says it's best before 1st of September 2020. And it was made the 26th of May. That isn't all that long ago, really. 2 months? Less than 2 months? So that's pretty fresh, actually. I don't get dipped that fresh up in the U.S. or up in Alaska, or at least I didn't used to. So nice. It's actually kind of a clean cut, kind of a classic style label. Now let's crack this puppy open, shall we? This I've used, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of about half of the can. Now, let's see if I can get you to really see what I see. See, it's kind of a, it looks clumpy, but the grind is actually pretty fine. It's soft, okay? It's like a pillow, okay? That's the only term that I can really think to put it in. The only terminology that I can think of, it's like a super fluffy pillow stuffing. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if that really makes a lot of sense, but that's what comes to mind. Now the smell. The smell is like, it's a classic, like earthy tobacco scent, but much lighter, okay? You think of earthy tobacco scent, you think dirt, maybe hay, maybe, and when I say dirt, it's like farm type dirt. This is not quite that. The word earthy does come to mind, but it's more of a toned down version of an earthy scent. I don't really get any hay, but what I get is a cornfield or a wheat field. You do have that earthy scent, but it's not like barnyard type earthy. It's just like a really natural, like out in the fields of a farm type earthy scent, if that makes any sense. Now, I've heard a lot of different reviewers talk about all the stuff that they smell and taste and all of that. I won't lie to you. Most of that I don't get. In terms of the smell. Just that nice, like, hay or wheat field type scent. You know what I mean? Now, for how this stuff works together, because it is real fluffy and it's real soft, it works together really well. I mean, you could easily bake a Prilla with that in a few seconds. But as you know, I don't do the Prilla thing. But what I have taken to doing is taking slightly smaller lips of this in the lower deck than I used to. And I find I'm actually able to get a bit more of the flavor out of it as long as I take a smaller lip. So here we go. Actually, there we go. Packs together real well. As fluffy as it is, once you get it into the lip, it tends to really stay right where you put it. I do end up getting floaters off of this, or what in dipping would be considered floaters, where it starts sliding off to the sides. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes while I drive into work, and we'll see what I think about it after that. Catch you then. All right, friends, it took me about 10 minutes to get here. So now we're going to get into the review itself of Ettan Loose. All right. Now, you've seen the grind, the can, all that. That's kind of old hat, right? And most of you are probably pretty familiar with Ettan. Now, in the lip, things change from what they are just as a tin note. Instead of getting that real mild kind of hayfield type scent, that doesn't continue on to the flavor. With this, to me, to my palate, it's a lot like a barn floor, okay? And what I mean by that is notes of hay or straw, like, how should I put it? Notes of hay and straw, the dirt that's been tracked in by the cows as they're going to get milked, you know, with whatever there is there for fertilizer, probably cow manure. All of that mixed in with just a slight hint of wood, okay? Kind of a slight, I want to say pine flavor to the undernote. You know what I mean? It's super in the background. It's just a hint of it. I don't taste any pepper, any chocolate, anything like that. I just taste like somebody swept the barn floor and added it to the mix. That being said, this is not my favorite, but there's some times in my life where I really would like this kind of a flavor, because you know, you get in that kind of a earthy type mood that you want something far more natural, okay? None of the bergamot, none of the pepper, none of the, you know, salt, whatever. You just want something totally tobacco and natural. That is where Ettan Loose would come in, okay? Like I said, you don't have the bergamot, you don't have any of the other additives within this. You have purely tobacco and a barn floor, okay? That's as natural as you can get. Now, after 10 minutes, I'm getting some pretty substantial mudslide, okay? Now, I imagine if it was in Aprilla up in the upper deck, it would probably be mudsliding down my teeth pretty horrendously right about now. Which is also the reason I don't do upper deckers. I don't use Prillas and run upper deckers with loose. I only do lower deck. That, and I'm a former dipper, and what can I say? I still need to do that. Hell, I still spit. Not all the time, but there's times when I'll throw loose in and I just feel like going through the motion of spitting, you know. So that's the only one that I got left. But there's times in my life where I would really, really like to enjoy something this base and this natural, okay? On my scale of 1 to 5, 5 being high, I'd actually rate this right at about a 3. I mean, it's super middle ground, okay? There's nothing about this that truly stands out. There's no real roundness of flavor for me, according to my palate. There's no real roundness of flavor when it comes to this. It's literally exactly as I described it. It is tobacco and barn floor sweepings, okay? Super natural, super neutral. There's a lot of people out there that this would really appeal to. About 98% of my time, it wouldn't appeal to me at all. But I'm not saying that I don't like it, because if I didn't like it, like I said, I'd already had this stuff once before. But in this order, I actually ordered 5 cans of it. So I just, like I said, every once in a while I go through these moods where I really want something super natural, super neutral, and that's it. I don't want all the bells and whistles. I don't want, all of that. That's where Ettan comes in. They've, in my mind, according to the flavor that I've experienced over this can and before, they've really carved out a niche for themselves, okay? That niche is 100% natural. No bells and whistles, no bergamot, no blah, no blah, no blah. Just natural, okay? As natural as you can possibly get. That is where Ettan shines. And if that's what you're after, then definitely grab a can or 10 of this, because you will fucking love it. If you're not normally into the more natural, more neutral flavors snus, then try just grabbing 1 can of it, try it out, see what you think. And if you're anything like me, you'll keep it in mind. Because when you do want something natural, something real neutral, just super, super, super back to basics, this is what you'll grab, okay? This is what you will order and put in your rotation for as long as you have that urge. They do a fantastic job. I don't know if they've ever really adjusted the flavors on this over time, because this is like super fucking old. I don't know. Yeah, 1822 is when they started making this, so it's been a minute or two. They pretty well got it down. But they've carved out a serious niche for themselves, and to this day, in 2020, they are still fulfilling that niche. So definitely give it a try. There's a lot of people out there. You will absolutely love this stuff. And there's some that it's going to be, but even the ones that are, well, you're going to get that urge for something supernatural, super, like, only term that springs to my mind is organic, okay? And that's what this tastes like. It tastes super organic, nothing added. So give it a try if you're of that mind. See what you think, and just kind of work it into your rotation for 1 or 2 cans. See how you like it, and then adjust your orders according to your own taste. To me, like I said, this is a 3. It's not super great, but it does definitely have its place. And I'm in kind of the mood now where every once a day or such a matter, I'll throw a pinch of this in and just enjoy the organic flavor to it. So for what it's worth, there you go. Ettan loose and a super natural and super, again, I think the best word that suits it is organic flavor. Give it a try, friends. I don't think you'll regret it a bit. All right, take care, y'all. I gotta get to work. Everybody, enjoy your day. evening, whatever. Take care, y'all.